So today I am joined by amazing Paola Forsberg. She's an amazing client attraction specialist. She's been in the field for 20 years, working for financial advisors, and she's trying to help them out. And she's been a mompreneur. I saw her. I saw it on her LinkedIn. So that's awesome. So introduce yourself, Paola. I think I have not made it just. I did a justice with that.
No worries at all. Right. So for people that do not know me, my name is Paola Forsberg, originally from Colombia, hence the Latin looks, with a very Swedish name, Paola Forsberg. I was adopted there when I was 2. Then I lived there all my life till I decided one day I wanted to learn English. So I then studied up at doing my master's degree there. I thought, do I go back home to Sweden or do I try London? I went to London into investment banking of all places and did that for about 11 years. Towards the end, I've always been quite entrepreneurial, I think, and wanted to start my own. At the same time, I was on Tinder, swiped right. Tinder boy did too. He's now upgraded to husband. We had 3 kids under 5. We've got 3 businesses between us, and it's entrepreneurial chaos on a daily basis. But I started my own business because I've always been selling to financial advisors, and I did in London, but I thought rather product. How about I start my own and offer a service for them? That's how my business took off. And I basically help financial advisors and planners generate quality leads, quality clients through digital marketing. And LinkedIn is very much my platform of choice. In a nutshell, that's my whole life.
Thank you for that, Paula, and that was amazing introduction, no doubt. So how do you explain what you do when someone asks you at a dinner table, what do you do? So I sometimes get confused. Okay, how do I answer that?
No, it's good. I mean, my elevator pitch, if you like, I help financial advisors generate clients predictably on LinkedIn. But what I do for clients and what I help them do is basically 3 things. So number 1, if you want to get top quality clients, you need to first filter and find them. That's key. Mm-hmm. And I think the second thing, you need to attract them. And I do that by helping them optimize their LinkedIn profile. And lastly, number 3, you need to then reach out to them and start conversations. So I do that through connector campaigns, messaging campaigns. You can do it through posting, email, etc. So it's very much threefold. Number 1, you need to filter and find your clients. And number 2, optimize your LinkedIn profile to make sure it's enticing to your target audience. And then number 3, you have to then reach out to your target audience. And when you do these correctly, they'll come to you and start contacting you directly.
Awesome. So, usually I see that I also help, business owners to get clients and, in that stuff. So a lot of advisors and planners, struggle with where do I even start my next client and even find my next client? Why do you think there's such a common problem in the industry that people still struggles from it?
I think for financial advisors, they do so many different things and they can help so many different people. They might have inheritance tax planning services, they do pensions, ISA, cash flow modeling, retirement planning, list goes on and on, which is amazing, obviously, being able to help so many different people. But when it comes to lead generation, you really need to hone in on your audience and you have to have a niche. Because basically, if you sell to everyone, you sell to no one. So I think that's the difference there, being able to help a lot of people is great. But when it comes to lead generation, unless you have a niche and unless you have a very specific target audience, it's going to be very hard for you to find quality leads. And I think that's the
True.
biggest issue when financial advisors and planners come to me. They often say, I help everyone, get me leads.
Yeah.
Ooh, we need to like narrow that down
You need to
quite a
niche it
bit.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem that I seen with other business owners as well, especially financial and lawyers. That I see they are mostly very confused with their audience because they don't know where who to even start working on that specific target audience. And I always say whatever the client you have right now and see the pattern that what kind of client do you have and start with that, making that audience. If you have students or early freelancers or someone, so start with that audience. If you have business owners, start with that audience. Whatever you have, existing clients, start with that audience because that's how you are going to grow. You can prove your case study, and you can prove them. Okay, so other business owner that you have done this before. I think
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Absolutely. And it also comes down to then, the final step that I do, number 3, the outreach. Unless you have a niche, it's very hard in your messaging. It's very hard in your emails. It's very hard in your copy. It's very hard when you optimize your LinkedIn profile to write to so many people. And just like you say, if you've had a few of those clients before, it's much easier for you to do case studies. You can say, I've helped similar people before. This is what I did for them. And I often, have people coming to me, financial advisors, they just want the rich lawyers. But I guarantee you, if you go on LinkedIn now and you search the word and filter lawyers, it will come up with hundreds of thousands, possibly millions.
Yeah.
And again, need to narrow it down. Think about whether you possibly want a partner of a law firm. You might want them to be between 35 and 55. They might be into golf. What seminars are they going to? Where do they live? Are they London based? Are they in the UK? Are they Dubai? Are they Birmingham? You really need to start thinking about personas, if you like, and getting the ICP, the ideal client profile. That's how you then get them highly targeted, and also then later on being able, like you said, showing case studies, similar people, and
Yeah.
being able to speak to them directly. I think a lot of clients, not just financial advisors actually, but a lot of people struggle with that. And it's very hard in the beginning as well as an entrepreneur, I think, because you just want to help and you want to take on anyone. But I've really learned that you have to be able to say no as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. People usually say everything, yeah, everything, every question. So yes, okay. If client have some kind of query, or even if they don't know how to do it, sometimes it's good to say yes, but most of the time it's really dangerous. I think it's dangerous to say yes.
Yeah.
If
And often also you might not actually be able to help them.
yeah,
And that's another thing, outreaching. The landscape has changed a lot lately. People connect with you, they accept your connection request, and you're then able to direct message them. But obviously through automation, a lot of people very, very early on, sometimes as early as the first direct message goes, hi, my name is, this is what I do, da 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 da, sales pitch, buy from me. No one's going to buy. I think today, the biggest shift, you need to build genuine relationships. And also, especially with internet and especially with AI, people don't want more information. They want results and they want implementation.
yeah,
And you really have to think about as well, what are the solutions? What are the problems that your clients have, and what are you helping them solve? What is that one issue, what's a desired outcome for them, or how are you bridging that gap for them? So it's very much building genuine relationships, not spamming, not automating. And then once you've got the real relationship, really, be genuine as well. People have a massive trust recession.
Yeah, exactly.
which
That's,
can make it a lot harder. But also, I remember seeing this shift a few years ago. You know, it's different. 2020, everyone bought everything. You were excited about something, people bought. We all saw it, especially in the
yeah,
online space.
yeah,
But people have become a lot more savvy now. Um, and I remember that's what I was going to say. Initially, I thought, oh my God, you can't just go to thousands of people anymore. But that's actually a good thing. So I've completely changed my business model, and I just look almost like at a dream list of 150 to 200 people. And I just hone in on those people, then building real relationships with them, personalizing messages to them.
mm,
Um, and it's completely different, you know. Unless you can do that in today's market, people are not going to buy from you, because people still buy from people, you know.
yeah,
They don't buy from a company, they don't buy from AI. People buy from people that they know, like,
yeah,
and trust. That's never going to change, AI or not.
yeah. People are, I think that that relation that you have with the person, even if it's not much deeper, but at least other person trust you, or they know you for some, and even if you are coming from a referral, at least they know you from by someone, so at
Yeah, yeah,
least they will have a trust level over there.
yeah,
But if you're,
absolutely.
if you are, you're extremely new to someone and start to sell someone, it just doesn't make sense, because what, just put it on yourself, like if somebody comes on to you, and you don't know him, and he's trying to sell you something, and the human instinct is to say no, obviously,
Exactly.
because you don't trust him.
Yeah, yeah. People hate being sold to. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I still get in my DMs on LinkedIn, you know, here's a sales pitch. Are you still interested? I haven't even responded to your previous 5 messages. No, I'm not still interested. Don't send links to people unless you've got the permission. But on that, a little hack, I would say, um, video is working phenomenally well in 2025 because people see you.
Yeah.
And it just gives that level of trust. It doesn't have to be long, but just talk every now and then,
Yeah.
once a, once a month even. Just do little video clips of what you do, who you help, how you help them, case studies, that sort of thing. And another thing I also started doing in DMs is actually voice message.
Oh, does
So
it
I would
working?
just say, yeah, it really does, because so many people just get text messages on LinkedIn, right? Like
Yeah.
the format. But if you go in and just press, "Hi James, thank you for your DM. It would be great to speak. Let me just get my diary and I'll get back to you." Send something like that, you know, because they get so
Yeah.
few, and you pretty guarantee that people will listen to it. And again, it's that trust. It's a human person.
Yeah, I haven't heard this thing, the voice thing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It does give
not
you
a
a
lot of
little
people
bit.
do that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I know people are scared. You know, financial advisors say this to me all the time. Two big things. I hate sales. Okay. And I hate social media. Okay. But I think you have to embrace in today's day and age that social media is there, and use it to your advantage.
Yeah,
I've never before really been on LinkedIn. I mean, I live on LinkedIn, but I've not been visible so much on LinkedIn. This year, I forced myself to do it because I feel like I owe it to my followers, really.
yeah,
Um, and it really, really works. You know, it really does,
yeah.
because people see you and they relate to you for sure.
And you expand your network a lot, like you don't even know who you met, like I don't even expect to meet you, like I haven't been thinking about to meet the
Yeah,
person like that. So it creates a whole new level of networking and knowing people outside of your circle, outside of your country, internationally. So it just helps your business and your authority a lot.
yeah, no, absolutely. And this is the thing, you know, when they say, I hate social media, I hate selling, but you sort of have to do it. And if you
Yeah,
embrace, you come across like we are collaborating together, you and I, and we met on
yeah,
LinkedIn. And
Yeah.
the opportunities are just endless, they really are. And that's another thing. If you're a little bit scared in the beginning of LinkedIn, go to people that have your audience and
Yeah.
collaborate with them, because
Yeah.
different people do different things, but you might have something that they don't do. I do this, for example, I collaborate with people that hire financial advisors. I
Yeah.
don't hire financial advisors at all, but we have the same audience.
Mm-hmm.
Little things like that. Someone who helps financial advisors pass all their exams. I don't
Mm-hmm.
do any, but we have the same audience. Or, for example, a mindset coach that I recently started collaborating with. Again, his target audience is financial advisors, but we do completely different things.
Mm-hmm.
But opportunities, exactly like you say, are
Yeah.
endless. It's open to actually showing yourself and being a little bit visible.
Yeah.
It can yield results for sure, not just clients, but also collaborative opportunities.
That's absolutely true. So,
Mm.
I have, to be honest, I have been asked these questions a lot. That what social platform or ads or content should I make, or what platform do I make? How do you help advisors decide where to spend their time most? So, what do you suggest to the financial advisor in that terms?
I think two things, definitely LinkedIn and definitely YouTube. If you're going to go podcast or video, for sure, it's huge and it's so untapped at the moment. There's still a massive opportunity. But again, I always say this to financial advisors on the phone: before you even start contemplating posting, go
Mm-hmm.
back to your target audience. Because something that I see over and over again, financial advisors post online, which is great. They get engagement, they get likes, they get comments, which is great, but from other financial advisors.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's so great. If you sort of almost sit down, go through all your connections on LinkedIn and delete people that are not your dream clients. You don't have to delete all your ex-colleagues, all the financial advisors, definitely not. But make the majority of your connection pool your
Mm-hmm.
target audience and dream clients. Now, when you start doing posts, guess who sees it? Your dream clients over here. So
Yeah.
that's I would say before almost you even start thinking about posting, because a lot of people post, but it doesn't get seen
Yeah.
by any of the dream clients, just ex-colleagues, recruitment companies, friends, their boss, the company they work at, things like that. So I think that's a huge exercise that people should definitely spend time on doing. Really think, who are they connected with? And once you build that pool of clients, say 2,500 plus, now you can start thinking about content. But
Hmm.
content, to go back to your question, I would definitely say LinkedIn. 100%, especially if you're business to business. That is the platform where people hang out, if you like.
Yeah.
And YouTube is really huge. It's not as expensive, they're not gone down the route of ads like Facebook used to. So it's a very untapped resource, especially if you're comfortable on video, and
Mm-hmm.
especially if you are looking to potentially do a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then when it
That's a
comes
good advice. Yeah.
But
Sure.
then also, I think when it comes to posts, vary it a little bit. I found out for myself there are two things that work for me. One is text posts that are quite long, and
Mm-hmm.
the other one is video. Video can be half a minute, not much longer. Those two for me work phenomenally well. So I
All
should
right.
get on YouTube,
Yeah,
follow
you
my own.
should. I think you
I
should
am
though.
looking to launch a podcast next year, but I've got so many other things behind the scenes at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm doing a workshop October for financial advisors, and I'm also looking to launch a course later on this year for financial advisors as well. So those two take priority at the moment for the last quarter of this year.
All
But
right.
next year, I'm potentially do podcast.
Awesome. And you're doing already a lot of stuff right now, so your hands are
Yes,
busy.
And I was super scared going on LinkedIn, being visible initially.
Yeah,
But once you start doing it, it's like with everything, it's all
yeah,
feel the fear and do it anyway.
yeah,
And once you've mastered it, it's not that scary, and it's
yeah.
great opportunities. You have to remember that what can come out of it at the other end.
Yeah, when you open up with people and you try to get like-minded people, so you kind of your interest kind of intrigue and interest kind of build up. Okay, so I have to do this, and I have you start planning rather than fearing. There is a camera fright as well. People don't
Yeah.
know even what to say when there is a camera, and they get scared of it. But when you just get out of that bubble, get out of that space of your comfort zone, you learn a lot, you do a lot, and and that's how you improve. That's how the evolution of your work starts. When I started 1 year back. Uh, I started podcast 2 years back. That's on my native language, but I stopped because some of the issues. But again, I was not stopping myself. If the issue is persistence, I was like, okay, I'll do the similar thing, but in a different way. But I'll not stop. Something will work for me, and something will definitely is working for me right now. So
Yeah.
that's
I had a similar journey. And it is scary when you're a business owner, when you're an entrepreneur, it can be very lonely. But I think if
yeah,
you got that goal in mind, like you say, persistence and
yeah,
learning is absolutely key. But I think another thing I've learned as well is adaptation. You have to be able to adapt,
yeah.
especially in the
In
online
this
market.
work,
It changes constantly. But if you stay stagnant, and if you don't change, you're not going to see the success. But if you embrace it
yeah.
and adapt accordingly,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see huge, huge success.
Mm.
It's almost impossible not to succeed if you keep persistent, you're consistent, you adapt,
Yeah.
um,
Do as
and go for
go.
it.
Do as you learn and start seeing. Okay, so what your audience is liking, what kind of audience do you have? For example, if you are targeting content creators or someone like that, they have kind of there is you cannot make a video for them like 30 minutes or 40 minutes, right? There is a 5 minute 10 videos is are good for them. But if you are niche is for education, for them you need to have longer videos. Or if you have
Mhm.
shorter span, you have to adapt to your audience and how they're responding for you on your videos. So yeah, that's very good point.
How are you
So
using LinkedIn at the moment? I'm just very curious, obviously.
yeah, so my strategy is kind of similar to you, but at the same time, I was 2 or 3 years back. I was doing this is DM through getting clients and reaching out to people through LinkedIn and emails. And then I realized, okay, so people do not know me well enough right now that they should trust me. Even if I got an experience of more than a decade in design and website design and mobile apps. So I was like, okay, so I need to build trust first to get clients. So I started making videos to make my face more visible, to make at least recognizable, even though they don't know me, but at least they have seen some of my videos and they know the faces, known. So maybe that's where I'll start to succeed in that much more than what I was doing before. So I
Your
started,
videos are awesome. Because you've got
yeah,
a bit of humor in your videos as well, and you're being very real, and you've even gone back in time, and you're being quite vulnerable and being yourself. And that's what
yeah,
one of the things I love about your videos. I think they're awesome. But yeah, sorry, I interrupted you.
yeah, no problem. Thank you. So that's what I've been doing, and I was trying to, catch up with the industry insights, and then I started to write posts, and then I was like, okay, so I'm making videos on YouTube, I'm uploading that on LinkedIn, but there's this another gap that I see, that there is a big shift in the industry after AI that is on the SaaS based products and there's a lot of things there are a lot of things are going on right now. So I was like, okay, so let's stick with one thing and jump one another slowly. Like if I am trying to be everywhere, I cannot be everywhere, and I'm end up being nowhere. So I try to now right now I'm trying to make videos on specific topics, and I'm meeting new people and trying to do podcasts as much as possible with amazing people like you, so that people know me, and by my platform other people can promote themselves as well. So it's a win-win for other person as well and for me as well. So it's going to be a
Yeah, yeah.
collaborative effort, and it's about building the healthy relationships.
I love what you said there about not helping everyone. It almost goes back to what we said at the very beginning about having a niche. It's the same
Yeah.
when you're a business owner. I mean, I could do Facebook ads and SEO and Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn, but I just decided niche, financial advisor space, platform, LinkedIn. And you almost need to put all your resources into this one thing. And I see so many entrepreneurs, oh, but Instagram and theme pages, that's really cool thing. Or jumping on the email, or what's it called, when someone else puts your email in their email referral type thing.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
huge. And they just see this, oh, but I should do a bit of this, and I should do YouTube, and I should do this, and I should do that. It's like, if you want to be successful, stick to one thing. It's like the book, The One Thing. It's one of my favorite books, with the yellow and the black. It just stands out. But it's true. What is that one thing, to focus on? And it very much
Yeah.
goes with entrepreneurs, to keep that, finding your thing that you're doing. Because I'm sure I could teach a lot of different things. But it also then waters the message, which is not
Yeah.
good. It needs to be sharp, focused. So I love that you said that, and you've gone through exactly that same journey of finding that,
Yeah.
hey, I need the blinders on.
Yeah.
Let's not look over here. Let's
Yeah.
just,
Just like a
focus.
horse.
Exactly, exactly. It's
Yeah.
true though,
Yeah.
especially as entrepreneurs. I think we do that. We look at everything else, around us, and it's hard sometimes to keep in that same lane. But when you
Yeah.
do, you will eventually find success in that lane
Yeah.
that we both experienced.
Yeah. So, do you have any kind of a process, when onboarding a new client or whatever you are trying to help people out in terms of consultancy or marketing or ads? So, do you have certain
Yeah.
process?
Yeah, so well, things have changed a little bit. My main thing before used to be done for you services, but beginning of 2025, a lot of people came to me asking for coaching, and so that itself just took off. So I do a lot more coaching now, where I jump on a call for an hour or two with financial advisors, and they want to learn about how to filter and find the clients. They want to learn how to optimize their profile and want to learn how to reach out to clients. And sometimes we touch upon mindset, sometimes we touch upon posts and social media as well, if that's applicable, if they've got the audience built it up. But yeah, I definitely see a shift as well. I think the more older advisors, they want a lot more hand holding. So they often go for the done for you service with me, where I do all the work behind the scenes. Whilst the younger advisors that come on board, they're a lot more tech savvy often, and they know how to navigate LinkedIn. So they're a bit more, just coach me for 2 hours, tell me what to do, what buttons to press, what software to use, and they go away and do it themselves. So it's interesting, in my testimonials as of this year, I'm starting to see more coaching clients. So that's a shift, that from phone calls, rather than jumping into my done for you, they're now jumping into the coaching service instead. But like I said earlier, I'm going to this year start a course. So it's going to be evergreen curriculum, talking very much about how to filter and find your clients, how to optimize your profile, and how to reach out to them. But it will also be very much live with me. So I'm thinking once or twice a week, where we have themes, we go through the thing, and we do everything together, and that will be on either pay in full or monthly subscription. So things have definitely changed a little bit. It used to
Yeah.
sort of be people looked at my LinkedIn profile, they used to book a call and they used to jump on my done for you service. But now it's moved on to reaching out to me, having a call and doing coaching. And I've had so much demand for people having a course with a curriculum. So that's something I'm launching later on this year. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's awesome. Um, I have some, very few coaching clients, but I have not explored that side of myself because I don't feel like I can coach somebody that good. I don't know. Maybe I can, maybe I cannot. I have to try that again. But let's see
But
where
you know
I go.
what's funny? You say that. I used to think like that about 2 years ago. Oh, I can't coach. But then, in your field and your expertise, I guarantee you, because you live and breathe it and you consume and learn that topic constantly. I know you do because you consume a lot of new information, and everything that you consume, you'll know way more than your audience. I mean, I see little things. I do a post, and some of my friends or ex colleagues say, "Oh, that's really interesting. I didn't know that." And I'm thinking, what? How did you not know that? Doesn't
Yeah,
everyone know that? But
yeah,
they don't. Because I live and breathe the online social space and LinkedIn and the algorithm and everything. And these are people that, have phenomenal careers, earn so much money, but it's not their field. This is the
yeah,
difference.
yeah. Yeah, most of the time we think that people would know that there's a very basic information, but that's not because you are experienced enough and you know that people don't know that. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'll go back to the coaching side of myself in future as well.
Yeah, because it's also, coaching is great. I love it because you constantly actually talk to your target audience and you learn from them and you can ask them questions. And because they prompt you what they want to learn about and what they want to expand their knowledge in, they're constantly feeding you feedback of how you can improve your services. But what I like about the course element, that's how I can scale my business. I can help
Yeah.
way more people in a room of 15, we're on the same call and we're doing the same theme, possibly optimization of their profile, and I'm coaching them and there's a Q&A, but it's the same time obviously for me, but I can help this so many more people. So it's a very good way of scaling your business as well. I think having a course, you can help more people, because what I do coaching obviously is one-to-one, and done for you is much one-on-one.
Yeah, that's great.
Mm.
So, I work with usually businesses on branding, websites,
Yeah.
or conversion optimization. Um, in your work with advisors, how important do you think a strong digital presence is for attracting clients? That obviously we have discussed this, that LinkedIn is a great platform, but overall, like as a digital presence, I'm talking about website and proper branding.
Oh, it's personal branding is everything. Truly, it's so important. And I even, a thing again that I thought everyone knew, and no one seems to know this. Your profile picture, instead of when you upload it, and it's called JPEG 45367, and you just upload it and have a new profile picture. If you name that helping financial advisors generate leads, SEO, obviously.
Yeah.
That's very clever. And a lot of people I speak to have no idea that that's a thing. And again, when they optimize their profile, make sure that the keywords in their profile, and then again goes keywords on their websites. I think it's very, very important, but not a lot of people do it.
Yeah, this I got to know like not more like more than 1 or 2 years. I got to know that when I was researching on how to rank your LinkedIn profile or something like that. And I got to know that, oh, okay, if you name your profile and put the keywords on your file names, it will get ranked easily, much more than you are putting everything on the LinkedIn profile description, because that's how
Yeah.
people is working on LinkedIn algorithms
Yeah.
working.
And even now, which I started doing this year, when you do a post
Hmm.
and you attach it to that post, rather than just having that as your wedding anniversary picture or it's saved, just saved on your phone, rename the picture on a desktop, then upload it with your post. Again, it's exactly the same as your profile picture. And that post will
Will
then
rank.
be shown way more and way more often and have a much bigger reach as well.
Yeah.
Little free hack for you there.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I was thinking right now, we have a similar experience in terms of clients and background. Even though you are more experienced than me, I see that you have working more than me with the past 20 years. Uh, so in future, I'm not sure where I'm taking this, but if we combine forces, your experiences is, in generating demand, and my experiences is design and branding, and, of overall website design. How do you think that could help advisors not only get leads but actually convert and retain them, and have a good brand identity overall?
Oh, that's very easy to answer. So
Yeah.
often, when I take on financial advice, we talk about filtering and finding clients, and then we move on to optimizing their profile. I always say to them, now that you optimize your profile, whatever picture you have, whatever banner you have, whatever coloring you have, make sure you have the same on your website. Then we
Mm-hmm.
go over to the website, and it
Mm-hmm.
is very traditional, shall we say, and
Mm-hmm.
there's a complete mismatch.
Mm-hmm.
I've been asked many times, do you do websites? I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Again, maybe I could. I did my own website. Don't laugh at it. But, I thought if I'm going to go into this space, I have to know what digital marketing is. I have to know
Yeah.
how to create a website. But it's not my say. So
Yeah.
that's a huge opportunity, because so often I say to them, before we press play, you need to redo your website. And I can help with tiny things like get a button on there, like a call link. Get your
Mm-hmm.
IT guys to do that. And then they don't know if it's WordPress or Wix, or can't remember who even made the website, things like that. So there's a huge collaborative opportunity there where I can just say, look, I've got the man. We'll get
Yeah.
this done.
Yeah.
I optimize your profile. We make sure the fonts, the coloring, the branding, personal brand is super important. And I can just get an ask to come in and we'll together get that really tight for you. Because
Yeah.
people, they will look at your website and people will look at your profile. So it's really important to
Yeah.
have consistency across the board.
Yeah, and I think that's very important, because what I see is whatever platform you took, like LinkedIn, Instagram, Threads, Meta, whatever you think, these are all the channels, and that every person that will find you from LinkedIn, from Instagram, and they will come to one place, and there should be a one place where you show yourself as a brand. Maybe you have a company name, or maybe you are showing a personal brand, but there should be a
Yeah.
place, and that place is a website where you live. So I always think it like that. So and that's how you convert your clients and customers, because now they have already the trust through the social media, and now they see the real you and what you do, and
Mm.
now they have every reason to work with you.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And so often the websites I see, it's all about we do this and we do this and we do that
Yeah,
and we offer this and we have this.
it's
There's
not
so
about
little
the.
about the
Yeah.
clients. It's all
Yeah.
about the advisor. And the same, obviously, when I optimize people's profiles, it has to be client centric
Yeah.
and less about me, 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 me. It has to be about them,
Yeah.
them, them.
I was
And the same,
recently, sorry, I was cutting you off. uh, I was recently reading the book. This is Marketing by Seth Godin. And
oh, yes.
in that book, he particularly said people don't want to buy a 3-inch drill. People want a 3-inch hole in the wall. So That's the answer. That's what they want. They don't care about your drill. They don't care what the product is. They want the result. So that's how you
It's
help
so
them
true.
out.
Oh, I can see a post coming all in my head here now. I have to tag you on that. I do like that and mention the book.
Yeah.
It's
So
exactly that. People want the result. They don't really care how it's done as long as they can
yeah,
get that result. They want that hole in the wall.
yeah.
Then, yeah, exactly. It's exactly that.
So
Very true.
maybe I'll maybe we can have a later, maybe next week, have a discussion on that as well. That how should
Hmm.
we collaborate, and how can you bring the clients, and I can help your clients building their presence and branding overall, and you can help them reach out and making them big. So
Yeah, no, absolutely.
yeah. So one last question, and I'll be done.
Yeah.
I'll be. So
I know we both love talking.
so where do you usually see advisors struggle? Not just advisor, any clients that comes to you when they get leads or messaging trust or digital experience. This is the whole chain of things: trust, messaging, and delivery, customer support. There are a lot of things, and people tends to struggle in one of those areas. And where do you commonly see that there's a problem there and people don't solve it a lot?
How do you mean? Sorry, I'm not fully understanding
Yeah,
the question, I think.
actually, what I want to ask is, they get leads, but overall they struggle between the messaging, trust, or digital experiences. Okay, so
Oh,
they
I see.
are,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
where
would
do they
say
lack?
messaging for sure. Something that very often happens to me. So I take a financial planner on board and then we set up the campaigns and everything, and they get the first lead. I always log in every single day. So I notify the financial advisors when a lead comes across. But funnily enough, this is what very, very often happens. They go, oh my God, Paola. Right. So James wants to meet on Thursday at 3 o'clock. What do I say? And I always say to them, first of all, take a deep breath. Second of all, James, not James, whoever it is, Mr. IFA, this is your business.
Yeah.
James wants to meet you Thursday, 3 o'clock. This is your time to shine. No amount of copy that I write, I can't, your business better than anyone else. But they get so in their own, they get so insecure all of a sudden, and they ask me, what do I type to this lead? Just win the client. But how? So I think it's that whole insecurity of, we find the clients, we optimize the profile, we start reaching out to them, and now the leads come in. In my head, it's like all you need to do is have a conversation with this client and close him. Job done. But they get
Yeah.
so worried in that, what do I now say? But I have a thing where I think, there's a certain thing of doing it, and
Yeah.
it's like almost different buckets. You have to obviously start with proximity. If they don't reply to you, no one's ever going to buy from you. But now that they've reached out to you, you just need to find out a little bit of information about them. Get them to talk about themselves. If they're a
Yeah.
business owner, say something like, what made you start your own business? Something like that, very open. And then obviously find out whether they actually have the problem that you solve. And as long as you can get all this information from them in very casual back and forth in the DMs, then and only then get them to invite them to a phone call. But obviously, if leads just reach out to you and say, I want to have a coffee. It happens to me as well all the time. People just book a call on my call link, but I usually send out a qualification survey. Sometimes I have and I qualify them. And if they're good, we go through to a full-fledged sales call. Or I send them a qualification survey in advance to see whether they're a good fit to actually go on a full-fledged sales call together with me. And I think financial advisors should do the same. It's very easy to get excited when someone reaches out, but you have to remember, unless they've got the problem that you solve, they're never going to buy from you.
Yeah.
So you have to establish that first, then get on a sales call. And only if they're a good fit and obviously willing to pay, then close the business.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you do get people that are just brain pickers, freebie seekers, they just want as much information from you as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And you should avoid jumping on calls with people like that. Qualify them first before you have a sales call. I would say that's I changed that. I used to have sales calls all the time, but I've now separated them. So I have a qualification call first, and only if they're a good fit, they get invited to a sales call. Then it's very easy to yes or no. That's it. And you read the cycle over and over again. But to answer your question, I think they get in their heads and it's the messaging. That's where they're like, what do I say now? Even though it's their business, even though they might have 50, 100 clients, they get in their own, I don't want to sound salesy. I think that's them. They get a little bit scared and want a bit of help on that.
So if a
So I
younger
use
person,
help now.
so if a younger person or not much experienced person is watching this video, so how would you
Yeah.
advise them that this is a qualified lead and this is the qualification criteria that you should look for your client? Or do you have some kind of like little bit of tips for that?
Yeah, absolutely. So, someone who's young, just starting out, again, really think about who is the audience that you would like to work with. Are they business owners? Do they earn a certain amount? Are they in a specific industry? Are they into golf? Like really map that persona. And when you send connection requests, send it to people that tick all, or at least pretty much all of those exact criteria. They'll be way easier for you to close and have a conversation with. But there are different things as well. Go into groups where they hang out. And you can just message people directly, even if you're not connected with them on LinkedIn. You can still send a direct message. And you can say something like, oh, I saw you in XYZ group. Don't you find that really fascinating? Or did you see that last post saying this, that, and the other? I thought that was really insightful. Just start a conversation. That's how I try and do all of my personal ones. Start a conversation. Find if they got the problem. But don't just connect with anyone. Really think about who is your dream client. And I have to look at things. What are like 3 to 5 very typical characteristics on my dream clients and ex-clients who have been just amazing to work with? What do they all have in common? It might be things like they're coachable, they're fun, they're confident, they're quite aggressive in their growth goals. They're all business owners. Maybe I said that already. They're obviously financial planners, but they might be chartered financial planners. So really think about, who is it that you would like to work with? And then when you connect with those people, you now already have a pool of those clients. And the ones that accept your connection requests are now those people. Then when you start the direct messaging with them, you just need to find out little bits and pieces about them. But most importantly, do they have the problem that you solve? But again, on LinkedIn, for example, I look at posts where someone talks about lead generation, and any financial advisor that comments on this post, guess what? They're probably interested in lead generation. So you have to be quite intentional and very clever, but there are so many different ways you can do these. Interests, groups, who do they follow? What are the podcasts they binge on? Things like that.
Yeah, that's a cool advice.
And you even, I could do something like, I'm obviously a business owner, but I'm also a mom. So if I search for financial advisors, maybe I'll do a little campaign where they all have to be women and they all have to have kids because they know the entrepreneurial and they have to be business owners. And I could do a little campaign to those. And I could say some things like, oh my God, the summer holiday is over. Oh, the school run was blah, blah, blah. Hectic. I saw in a post that I loved, I understand you got 2 kids. Did you find the school run stressful? Something, extremely personalized, very relatable. She will reply to you. I have even done things like, I love dogs.
Yeah.
Some people have dogs in the pictures. And then if they're a financial planner, love the picture of your dog. What's her name / his name? And they go back, oh, this is Lola. She's a cockapoodle. You've got the proximity.
Yeah.
Start a conversation.
That's an awesome advice, Paula. And I think I have to stop asking questions because we are going to be 2 hour. It is going to be 2 hour long podcast then. So, so it was really nice to yeah, same from my side. It was really nice to talk with you, and I found very much things that is similar in our experiences. So that's yeah. So it's very yeah, exactly. I'm like, how are two different places, two different people, two different backgrounds, but still people are connected by the same thoughts because they have some kind of vision, and people have around the world you see people have similar visions and doing the same thing in a different platform. That's cool.